Hi, my name is Hoppy, and I'm trying to redeem myself through the Pokemon Crystal version Hardcore Nuzlocke. Last episode, we took on Whitney to secure our third badge, and while in the gym, we had a couple of our teammates evolve to give us a better fighting chance. But that didn't stop Miltank from running over one of our newest friends. 3 badges in hand and 3 bodies in the grave. And we've got another rival battle coming up. And guess what? We still don't have a real answer to that Croconaw. And if we can survive that, then we have to face Morty and his ghosts. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode. Because this is the Crystal version Hardcore Nuzlocke Redemption Run.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Crystal version Hardcore Nuzlocke Redemption Run. This is episode 7, and we are making our way over to the Tin Tower. We are due for an encounter here, folks. We are due for an encounter, and then eventually our rival battle. Alright, I did a little bit of grinding, got us all up to level 20 to take on OG Lance and his Pokemon. Don't really have much of a plan other than brute forcing our way through that Croconaw. I'm hoping a Radish can do the same thing with the poison powder as it did last time we fought OG Lance. Let's see if we can get our encounter first, folks. I'm expecting a coughing, because I think the only other encounter here is a Rattata, as you can see. But I'm expecting a coughing. We are leading Kimchi for this. I will eventually swap to Grizuka before we take on OG Lance. Let's see if we can get our encounter first, though. Come on. All these Pokemon are shy. Okay, we already have, well, we lost Fang. I'm not going to try to get another duplicate for Fang. So, unfortunately, sorry, Zubat. No, you cannot join us. Come on, give me a Pokemon. This music is a bit of a banger, no? Do 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 do. Oh my gosh. Should I just go ahead and take on our rival, just get that over with, and maybe we can find our encounter after that? I think that might be the plan. I'm going to go ahead and lead Grizuka. That is the plan, because I know he leads the Ghastly. That will probably bait a switch into the, once we take out the Ghastly, that will probably bait a switch into the Croconaw, and then we will swap to Radish to handle that. Radish is the best Pokemon to handle any water type attacks. We also have Taffy, who is at least resistant to water, but we are weak to bite from the Croconaw. Hey, let me go, let me out of here. What are you doing with your entire life? Come on, let me out of here. Whoa, hey, come on. Thank you. Now at the heal. Oh, speaking of healing, I have berries. I should put those on the Pokemon. Okay, we will put them on our important Pokemon. For sure, Grizuka. For sure, Kimchi. I'm going to give it to Marsala and Taffy. Guzzler and Radish are important enough, but I don't think they are. Radish obviously is the first one to go if I need to sacrifice anybody. Because I looked at it, and the only grass type, it will learn Leech Seed coming up, but that's not an actual attack. It doesn't learn Mega Drain until like level 30. So honestly, Radish is just a lost cause. Oh my gosh, Grizuka, can you just not escape from? I know you're slow, but come on. So yeah, Radish is a lost cause. I'm not worried about losing Radish. Let's go ahead and heal Grizuka before we take on this battle. Alright, OG Lance. Last time your Bayleaf slaughtered me, but now you don't have one. Oh, it's you. I came looking for some legendary Pokemon that they say roost here. But there's nothing here. Nothing after all the trouble of coming to this dump. No way. It's all your fault. Well, I believe Lugia used to be the Pokemon that was living at the Tin Tower. Which is interesting that the before the Legendary Beast became Legendary Beast, those 3 Pokemon were here at the Tin Tower. Even though they're more closely associated with Ho-Oh, you would think they'd be over there on the Brass Tower. Goes for Curse, that's okay. Because for sure, if he sends out the Croconaw, we're swapping anyway. Goes for Magnitude 8 to probably take out this Haunter. Yes, fantastic. Way to go, Grizuka. Ooh, a nice chunk of experience. Level 21. No, 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 no. We are not learning self-destruct in this Hardcore Nuzlocke. Yes, thank you. We're not doing that. Yep, sends out the Croconaw. We knew it. Alright, Radish, it's your time to shine. We're going to go for the Poison Powder. Just for Water Gun. Should be resisted. Oh, we eat that. We eat that for days. Alright, Poison Powder. And we connect on the first Poison Powder. That is fantastic. Goes for Leer. Oh, but we're dodging! Okay. Alright, Radish. Do your best. Tackle this guy. The fact that Radish is our best switch-in for this Croconaw, I know I'm okay with losing Radish, but maybe I'm not, because I haven't been able to figure out a way to beat this thing, other than using Poison Powder on Radish. Poison Powder Leech Seed would also be good, arguably better, but we don't have that yet. Alright, I'm going to take an opportunity to synthesis here. Wow. Is Radish just built to take down the Croconaw? Oh my gosh. I guess Radish is pretty bulky. We should be able to take down this Croconaw now. If not with the tackle, at least with the poison damage. That's fantastic. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Alright. There we go. Way to go, Radish. Way to go, Radish. MVP for this fight? Alright, sends out the Magnemite. Probably going to go for an electric attack. We got Grazuka, who is immune. And then I think the last Pokemon is just a Zubat, which Grazuka can also handle. Sonic Boom. Okay, we actually have to be worried about Sonic Boom, because that does a base 20 damage. We're going for the Magnitude. Sonic Boom again. Okay, so we really can't stay in. We really cannot stay in against that Zubat. Goes for the Magnitude 8, which will one-shot. But we have to swap here. We have to swap. I don't think the Zubat... I mean, the Zubat could bite me. I am worried about that. Oh, we have our Berry. I think that's still in crit range. I'm going to go out into Kimchi here. Plus, we want to preserve Grazuka. Grazuka and Guzzler are going to help us take down Morty and his ghost types. Going for Ember. No burn. Alright, let's see. Probably going to be a 3-shot. Okay. Still no burn. Alright, but we should be able to take him down with this last Ember. Boom. Taking it down in one shot. 3 shots. Oh, man. The freaking Pokemon Stadium announcer, I love that guy. I wish he would come back and do more things. If the Pokemon Stadium announcer comes back for Pokemon Champions, that would be amazing. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, quick attack. We're already fast. I don't think quick attack is worth losing headbutt for. There are not many things that will be faster than Kimchi. This is why I hate Battle League Wimps. There's no challenge in it. You lost! Oh, whatever. You would never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway. I've done it before. I can do it again. Well, I mean, I didn't catch him in this one, but I did catch Groudon, and I caught Zekrom. What are you doing? Falling into a hole. Some genius you are. Serves you right. I mean, the fact that the floor just collapsed right under me is ridiculous. But look at these dogs. These overworld sprites for the dogs. There he goes. There's Suicune. Crazy. Alright, I'm going to heal up Grazuka because we still have yet to get our encounter. 1 potion should be fine. We are expecting a coughing. Eugene. I dug a hole here too. I was shocked. Suicune raced by like a blur right in front of my eyes. For 10 years I chased Suicune, and I finally got to see it. I'm all choked up. Hoppy, I owe this all to you. Thank you. I heard that the legendary Pokemon of Ekritique test chosen humans by allowing them to get close. I'm going to track Suicune. Hoppy, let's meet again. Farewell. I mean, Suicune is... No, I don't think Suicune is my favorite of the legendary. They're all so good, but I gotta give props to Entei. I gotta give props to Entei. We found our encounter, folks. We found Coughing, Lady Coughing. Mudslap shouldn't kill it, so we're gonna go for that. Goes for Smog. That was a long animation. and we got poison. I think it has a high chance to poison, so that's to be expected. Alright, the accuracy is low. I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing balls. And maybe it might be worth swapping to Guzzler to handle the yeah, if we get low health, it might be worth swapping to Guzzler. Goes for Smog again. What a long animation. With the little pixels, it kind of looks like the move Infestation from Gen 6, those little bugs. Which is crazy. What bugs are those? You're infested with a bunch of bugs. What? The bug-type Pokemon is sending out little bugs. Are those just, like, actual, like, human reality bugs? If one gets close enough to... okay. Alright, Poison Gas. We're going to call you Boomy. Because you are kind of just a bomb. Boomy, there we go. Fantastic. Oh, we are poisoned. Let's go ahead and heal that. So we don't have to deal with those flashing lights. And we are on our way. Let's go ahead and get fully healed before we take on the gym. But that is what we're going to be headed to do next. I think this is a good opportunity to ask you guys the comment question today. This is going to be a little bit more personal. All right, my birthday was a little while ago, and kind of did a little bit of introspection. Did some journaling. You know, I'm approaching 30. I'm 29 now. I turned 29. I'm going to be turning 30 next year. All right, which is like the next milestone for me. And so as I'm turning 30, you know, the things that's like, okay, I need to kind of get my life together. It's a little crazy. But what my question to you guys is, what's one piece of advice you'd give your younger self? And honestly, the advice I would give is, like, you need to be proactive in your life. You're not just going to figure it out. It's not, you know, you can't just be like, oh, this is a problem for future me to figure out. Or, oh, I'll eventually figure out myself, instead of actually proactively taking actions in my life to go move towards places I wanted to go. So, like, doing this Pokemon channel. I wish I started it sooner. I wish I started so sooner. I was like, oh, I'll figure it out eventually. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll probably be good at it. I wish I just made steps to do it. And I'm having a blast doing it. So if I was younger, and then, I mean, it applies to more than just the Pokemon channel. You know, going to the gym, making sure I'm taking care of my health. You know, I have to be proactive and do it, because future me is present me. Present me needs to take care of future me, for future me to be able to handle these things. You know, working on getting my education. Going to get my certifications, you know, applying to jobs and whatnot. You know, it's not something that will just take care of itself. You have to be proactive and do that. And that's one thing I really struggled at when I was younger. It's like, yeah, it'll just figure itself out. Oh, yeah, whatever. And I feel like I wasted a lot of time just kind of like coasting. Like, not that it was like, I'm grateful for the experiences I had, and it definitely made me, I did learn a lot going through life as I did it. I know, like, I don't know if I was being consistent or if I was just afraid of moving out of my comfort zone. But I definitely could have been more proactive and potentially gotten a little further. I at least could have been further ahead on my Pokemon YouTube career if I had just started things sooner. You know, one piece of advice I would give my younger self is, it doesn't just happen. You know, you have to do stuff to make it happen. It won't just happen. You know, like when I was 18, it's like, yeah, when I turn 20, I'll get my six-pack abs. You know, I was a kid. And it's like, yeah, it'll come together. Like if I was working out every day, sure, maybe I would have gotten the muscles that I wanted. But I wasn't. I was like, oh, I'll eventually figure it out. Since we are cursed and paralyzed, I am swapped out into Guzzler. Goes for Lick. So yeah, that's... Oh, we're paralyzed again. I do think it is, you can't beat up on your younger self. I mean, your younger self maybe knew better, but also you did the things that you had to do to get through it. So, which is fine. You made it this far. You've done a good job. Going for the bite. Come on, you gotta break. Ugh. Guzzler. Alright, I'm gonna have to swap. Got a Marsala because it. Oh, I can't be recalled. The mean look. Guzzler, you have to hit. You have to hit, Guzzler. You have to hit. And you have to kill, actually. Okay. Woo! Goodness. And I mean, I've got brothers, and it's like, one thing I'm trying to do, or one thing I want to do less is give them advice, because I'm not really all that good at giving advice. I'm a little bit of a lecturer. I kind of just, for me, telling me plainly and bluntly works. Like, yeah, you just need to figure it out. You just need to shut up and do it, and that works for me. But that doesn't work for everybody, and I come off really, really tough and really like unbearable. And so any advice I'm giving is going in one ear and out the other, so it's not useful. So I would also tell my younger self to learn to lighten up a little bit, and also maybe be a little bit more empathetic towards other people, because they're not you. What works for you won't work for other people. But yeah, let me know down below what advice you would give your younger self. I think it's one thing I'm really enjoying about journaling is going back and reflecting. Like I'm not very active in journaling. I've been journaling since 2020, on and off. I don't think I put 3 years into one notebook because of how infrequent I was with journaling. All right, so we gotta be careful with Grazuka here. We're about to hit the level cap. We're gonna go ahead and take down this Haunter and then swap into Guzzler. Or we will lead Guzzler for the remainder of this gym. There we go. Fantastic, Grazuka. Okay. Medium grace. And you know what? Give yourself grace. You kind of learn things by trying them out. At least that's how I tend to learn. Some people say they're visual learners. Some people they like to read to learn. I learn by doing, and even if it's just like you at least learn what not to do if you get it wrong, you know. And sure, some lessons may be expensive, but at least you'll remember them, which is good. But yeah, doing the journaling has been a lot of fun. I've actually got 2 journals. One that I'm like habit tracking, and then another one where I'm a little bit more diving deep into introspection, or like kind of just recording the events of the day, stuff like that. Am I working towards my goals? What do I need to do to progress? What do I need to do to learn? How can I be closer to the person I want to be? And I think that's just something that I highly encourage it. Even if you are in a good place right now, just keep track. You know, it's nice to keep track of it and have that reminder that you are at least like, hey, if you are in a dark time, you can go back and be like, hey, things were pretty good, and they can be good again. Also, if things were bad, and if you're writing down, logging the bad events, it's like, wow, I overcame these things. It's a nice reminder to know that you can overcome challenges. So I highly recommend it. I mean, there are a couple things that have really improved my life. The journaling has been nice. I don't do it as much as I would like to. Working out is really nice. That's a lot of fun. I feel better. Yeah, yesterday, was it last year? I think it was last year, my friend introduced me and my wife to rock climbing, and I was doing it for like a month, and then I kind of fell off because I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at it. I also wasn't really in shape, and so I was struggling. I think I'm around 200 pounds last I checked, and so being a little bit on the heavier side is a lot harder to do rock climbing, because you got to use your body to support your weight, and basically your toes, your legs, and your arms and your fingers. Your fingers do a lot of holding. 200 pounds is a lot of effort. But it is really fun. My wife has been doing it for, my friend and my wife have been doing it pretty consistently throughout the year. I've gotten back into it, and they are just killing it. They are doing an awesome job. I'm not so sad that I didn't keep up with it, because they are doing great, and they definitely enjoy it more than me. As far as I know, when talking to my wife, she doesn't really like the what is it? The weightlifting. She doesn't really care for the weightlifting because it's a little bit more boring, or something like. Her mind tends to race, and the rock climbing kind of gets her attention for that. For me, I actually like it because it's like, yeah, my brain turns off. All I have to do is count my reps. It's like 1, 2, 3, you know, and it's nice for me. I highly recommend it for anybody who isn't doing exercise. Definitely do it. At least go for a walk. Go do some push-ups. Like I try to do 20 push-ups every day. 2-minute plank, 25 squats. Highly recommend it. But yeah, we are about to take on Morty here. We're gonna get our 4th gym badge. Now, looking at the team, we have our damage dealers. We've got Guzzler with Bite. We've got Grazuka with Magnitude. We've got Taffy with the Confusion now. Marsala, being the normal type, is immune to the dark type attacks, which is good. Ooh, do I have any waking up berries? I do not. That's a dagger. Alright, well, let's give it a shot anyway. We're gonna go in. What's the worst that can happen? Let's take on Morty, folks. Good of you to have come. Here in Ecruteak, Pokemon have been revered. It's said that a rainbow-colored Pokemon will come down to appear before a truly powerful trainer. I believe that tale, so I have secretly trained here all my life. As a result, I can now see what others cannot. Just a bit more. With a little more, I could see a future in which I meet the Pokemon of rainbow colors. You're going to help me reach that level. You know, honestly, I would love to see a Ho-Oh Mega Evolution where it's, get rid of the flying type and make it Ghost. That would be a perfect Pokemon for Morty. Fire, Ghost, Ho-Oh. Plus, it has the ability to resurrect Pokemon. That's kind of like a ghostly ability. Okay, it's leading with the curse already. So we're going to go ahead and bite this guy. And then, ooh, we get the crit. Way to go, Guzzler. Way to go. Grows to level 22. That's fantastic. Now, who are you sending out? Sends out the Haunter. Now, I am expecting a Lick. So, I'm going to swap into Marsala here, who is immune. And we're going to use Gust. We're going to fly. Goes for Hypnosis. I don't think this thing has Dream Eater. Goes for Curse. Okay, for sure we have to swap. I don't want to get mean looked into a Curse sleep. I do not want that. We go out on Guzzler. Goes for Nightshade. I think that's what, 20 hit points? 21 hit points. Ooh, that's a lot. We go for Bite. Goes for Curse again? Okay. I guess I had one. It's living on 1. Alright, so we're doing that. We're doing this. We're doing good. Marsala grows to level 21. Sends out Gengar. I'm expecting a Hypnosis, so I'm going to go out into Marsala, and then I'm going to go out into Grazuka because it's going to try Dream Eater. Goes for Shadow Ball. We're immune. We are asleep, baiting the Dream Eater, going into Grazuka to get that Magnitude off. Yes, it's working. It's working. I can see the code. Go for the Magnitude, and we're dodging Hypnosis. High Magnitude. High Magnitude. Magnitude 5! Come on, Grazuka. You can do better than that. Come on. Okay, we're dodging. High Magnitude. Magnitude 7. Hopefully that'll be enough to kill. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Fantastic, Grazuka. Killing it. Sends out the Haunter. And I think Grazuka can clean up here. Goes for Nightshade. 23 damage. Should be fine. Should be fine. And shoots 6. It's gonna be a 2-shot. Was that a crit? Or no, I guess it's just weak. Alright, way to go, Grizuka. Fantastic. We defeated Morty, got our 4th gym badge. Fantastic. Guzzler is evolving! We're getting ourselves an Arbok, folks. Look at him. Oh, such a menacing Pokemon. Snakety snake. Awesome. That is awesome. Way to go, Arbok. We received the Fog Badge. Fantastic. Way to go, team. By having Fog Badge, having the Fog Badge, Pokemon up to level 50 will obey you. Also, Pokemon that know Surf will be able to use that move anytime. I want you to have this too. We received TM30. I believe that's for Shadow Ball. Now, in this generation, Shadow Ball is physical, which kind of sucks. So we'll need to be pretty picky about who's going to learn it. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap up the episode here. We got our encounter. We beat our rival. We got our 4th gym badge. I think that's pretty good. We have the opportunity for a couple encounters next episode. It's a little bit short, this episode, but we did a lot of stuff to do. We had a lot of stuff that we did. I feel pretty good about this episode. Let me know in the comments down below what is some advice that you would give your younger self. And maybe, you know, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm almost 30. I'm 29. I'm a year going into 30. And it's, yeah, give some advice to your younger self. Give some advice to your little brothers and sisters down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one as the journey continues.